And I am super excited to bring forth to you Evangelist Ericka Brown. And she has started the organization Sister, I Got Your Back. Hey, Ericka, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy you were able to join us. Just want to do a quick wellness check with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm about a 9. I'm
That's
about a 9.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'm about a
good.
9. So I'm doing pretty good. Considering everything that's happening around us, yeah, I'm doing good.
That's amazing.
hmm
So I want you to tell the folks a little bit about your org, Sister I Got Your Back.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. So I guess I'll start a little bit in the beginning, the end, now, then I'll go back. So Sister I
Okay.
Got Your Back will be turning 10 years old
Woo woo.
this year. This year. We're so excited about that. And it is a nonprofit organization. It's definitely not a church. It's a movement. It is a way to promote healing through sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is a lot of times we can't all get to the therapist. And I am an
Mm-hmm.
advent believer in therapy plus Jesus. But what we can do is if we release and if we expose and if we uncover and unmask some of the things that has happened to us in the past to another sister, she can help us, get the healing that we need because you never know that sister has been through the same thing and she's overcome it. So that's a little bit about what Sister I Got Your Back is. You can hear me, Kayla?
I can hear you.
Okay. That's a little bit about what it is. It's a safe place. It's a place where you can come and you can expose your truth, and you can get healing just by interacting with your sister,
Mm-hmm.
exposing. Sometimes we carry so much, we hold it in, and it's because we don't trust each other, especially us with this color skin,
Yeah.
we do each other wrong, and we allow bad experiences that we have had with other women to stop us from meeting and getting close to new women. And that's what Sister I Got Your Back does is we break that cycle, and we just come together and we release so that we can heal and move on and be better mothers, sisters, husbands. I mean, better mothers, sisters, wives, and do what we need to do.
So what prompted you to start it, if you don't mind me
Oh,
asking?
why did I start? I started the organization because I was hurt.
Mm.
Um, and let me just tell you this story. I was at a church function, and I know you know about church and fellowships and convocations and workers meetings and all of those type of things. Well, I was at something similar to that,
Mm-hmm.
and that particular night I had to minister. And when I came downstairs, now everybody know in the black church after service you go downstairs into the fellowship hall and you order you a chicken sandwich. This is just so I was on the line to get a chicken sandwich, and some women had came up to me and they said, "Oh, Evangelist, we really, really enjoyed you. You really blessed us, and oh my goodness, they just gave me such great accolades, and they affirmed me, and I felt good because if you know anything about ministry, is after you minister, you always question, did I do, enough,
Yeah.
did I forget this or did I forget that? So these women, it was about 4 or 5 of them, they came to me and they said that they went out of their way to come to me to tell me that. And I just felt so great and just so elated. And when I went to leave, I saw them again, but they didn't see me. And one of them saw me and she waved and she said, I'll see you later, or, goodbye, Evangelist. And I went to walk away. And before I can get out of earshot, Kayla, they ran me down so bad. Who does she think she is?
Ooh.
Did you see what she had on? It's just her eyelashes are too long and she got those long. It was just so the same people. And that's why we have to be careful because the same people that can lift you up you will give them the power to tear you down. So within 15 minutes, the same women who had encouraged me and had prophesied to me They told me that God was going to open doors and he was going to do great things, were the same women that had tore me down. So I was driving home, and I was saying to the Lord, I was going over the bridge, and I said, God, why did you allow me to hear that? Why couldn't you just let it? And when people say you don't question God, yes, you do. If you want answers, you're going to have to ask him some questions.
Right.
So I asked him, I said, why did you allow me to hear that? Like, why did you, why would they say those things about me? And then I said, well, what is their problem? And I just began to weep. And the Lord just began to minister to me. And he says to me, what have you ever thought about what they're going through to make them insecure, or what they're going through that they felt the need to make you feel less than? What have you ever thought about what has gone on with them? And I said, I don't care. And I'm just being like, I don't care what's going on with them. And then the Lord, on that trip home, he just started showing me so much hurt and so much pain and so much betrayal that those women had experienced. And he showed me childhood issues with their moms. And he just revealed to me all of these things about these women that made them the way that they are. And some of them were my age and some of them were older. So the Lord said to me that women need a safe place to release. And he gave me the idea for this 3-day retreat to take women out of town, not too far away from where they live, but far enough that they could just separate themselves and do what we call a relax, relate, and release weekend. So the first day, we take them to the spa where they can just be totally relaxed, have their massages and their facials. And then after we come back, we usually have, well, the world calls it group therapy, but we call them release sessions. We always reiterate that they're in a safe place and that nothing that is said there will ever leave there. And we started with a few women. It was like 6 women, and now we're over 300 women strong.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I like it. It's all right with me.
So as you mentioned, you're coming up on 10 years. This marks 10 years for Sister I Got Your Back. I know I've had the pleasure of sitting in one of your Sister I Got Your Back workshops, and it was very releasing for me. So what is it that you want people to take away most from your Sister I Got Your Back movement?
Well, I want them to leave there feeling free. And I want that trust to be built back up in them for another sister. It's funny because the enemy works. It's funny how the enemy works, because he'll have you hating on a sister that God has ordained to be in your life. He'll have you, a person that you've never met can walk in a room and automatically, you think you're so deep, you'll say, oh yeah, it's just something about how I don't like. Yeah, that's not true. That's, you're not that deep. So it's the trick of the enemy to try to keep you from connecting. So when I do this, I want women to be connected with each other, because we have to hold each other up. We have to encourage each other. And at the end of the day, we can have husbands and we can have our man and our boyfriends or whatever, but at the end of the day, we need a sister that we can just say, this is what's going on in my life, and I just needed to release it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So what do you all have planned for this 10-year celebration, and what can people look forward to after the celebration?
Okay, so the celebration is it's going to be amazing. We have some of the most relevant and prolific women in women's ministry that we have that are going to be a part of our workshops. We haven't released those names yet. However, if we have our speaker is going to be what is her name? Dr. Valerie Moore. She's amazing. So she's going to be our speaker on Friday. But what we have in store is we just want to go deeper. We want to go so much deeper. We want to take the Band-Aid off. My mom always taught us when we were younger. I remember a situation when I was younger. It was, I was running around in the house and she told me to stop running. And after a while, I fell and I had scraped my knee, and my mom put betadine on it, and she put a Band-Aid on it. And then after a couple of days, when you're young, you want to keep that dirty Band-Aid on. But after a couple of days, my mother said, come here, let me take the Band-Aid off of it. And I cried and cried and cried. And I remember my mom saying to me, you got to take the Band-Aid off, sweetie, because that's how it gets healed. Because when the air hits it, that's where the healing begins. So this, Sister, I Got Your Back, is we're going to take the Band-Aid off of some things,
Mm.
let the healing begin. We're going to expose what happened to you when you were younger. We're going to expose, we're going to reveal the molestation. We're going to reveal the abandonment issues with your mom. Everything. We're taking a Band-Aid off because we just want to be free. So this year, this 10th year, we're just going to go deeper. And on the secular side, we'll be opening our first all-girls school. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yes, kindergarten through third grade. It's the SIGYB Leadership Academy for Girls. We have just been approved, thank you, Jesus, with our provisional charter. So it'll be a charter school. We are also opening a Sister I Got Your Back safe house for single mothers who don't have a place to live. We're opening one in New York, one in Jersey, and one prayerfully in Maryland. We're doing our sistervention, and that's the process of pulling women together and helping them identify and release the negative things from their past that prevents them from moving forward. And it's just, it's almost like an intervention where we just put women together and we dig deep, and we just take the mask off and allow them to just be free. So this year is going to be a stellar year for us.
Yeah, it sounds stellar. So where is your school going to be located? Is that going to be in New York as well?
It's going to be in New York. Yep, in Long Island.
In Long Island. This is awesome. Listen, y'all. All I knew was that they were celebrating 10 years. I didn't know this was like a celebratory year. Y'all have to make sure you link up. I'm just saying shoot. I wish I had a third grader or something. I'm just saying. But with all of this going on, how can people join in on this sisterhood movement? How can they link up with you and the other sisters in the program?
Well, they can go on the website to find out about Sister I Got Your Back. You just go www.sisteriGotYourBack.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Sister I Got Your Back, or even on Instagram. But I want to say about the retreat. The retreat is usually invitation only. A lot of people don't know that. I pray. People will come to me and say, hey, I want to come to the retreat. And I'll pray about it, and then I'll get back to them. And I'll let them know if they can come. And people always ask me, well, why do you do that? Because you limit yourself. Well, I do it because it's my job to protect the women that are there.
Right.
So I have to make sure what they expose is not going to be gossip at somebody else's kitchen table.
Yeah.
So I have to know the character and the personality of the person that's coming. So if God says yes, they can come, they can come. I'm happy about it. They need to be healed. But if God says no, and he said no in the past to a couple of women over these 10 years. And it was hard for me to tell them, but I said, God just said not this time. But they understood. So if anybody is interested, yeah, they can definitely, hit me up, let's pray about it. And if God says yes, come on and go with us for the weekend. Now, the service is open to everybody. It's just the 3-day retreat is exclusive.
Well, that sounds feasible and doable to me. If God said yes, God said yes.
Yeah.
But with that, we're in this pandemic times, just starting the new year out. If you were to give some words of encouragement to a sister right now that wants to be a part of the retreat, and it may not be their time, but they need something just to hold on to get them through, what would be your advice?
My advice to someone that in this time.
Yep, during this time, just need some encouragement, need a sister to talk to, and they don't have one.
Yeah, don't forget about you. Just take time for you. I've learned to do that this past year, just to take this alone time and just take care of myself and reach out to people and pray about it. Ask God. The young women always praying for God to send them a husband, but ask God to send you a sisterhood. You know, ask God to send you a group of women that can undergird you, that can pray for you, that can cover you, and God will do it. So just be encouraged. Know that your day is coming. And I promise you that this is going to be the best year that we've ever encountered. I just believe it. I believe that this is the year of all things new. I just believe that this is the year of no fear, because last year was the year that we were scared of everything. So this has to be the year of no fear. So just be encouraged. That's all I would say.
That's good. That's good. How can people follow you on social media and Sister I Got Your Back, just to keep in contact with you?
Well, they can find me on A Missionary's Daughter. They can that on Instagram. They can find me on Facebook at Ericka Brown. Same thing, A Missionary's Daughter on Instagram. Sister I Got Your Back on Instagram. Mrs. Ericka Brown, because you know my favorite position is my husband's wife. So yeah, all of that is on. All those names are on Instagram.
Cool. Well, Ericka, I just certainly want to thank you for joining me here today.